I think because I grew up watching Family Ties on like Nick at Night, and I when you look at your credits and see that you've done so much TV, I think I had always assumed like, oh, Michael J. Fox, rich all the time. But it was so interesting for me to see that portion of your life living, as you say, the slums of Beverly Hills in this tiny studio apartment, washing your plates in the shower because there was really no sink even. Like it was that small, and like hustling and all of those TV credits that we see in the early days, you still had no money, which I was so surprising to me.
I owe the IRS a lot of money, and because I remember when I first came down and I got a check and they said I did nothing else, like this high school dropout, and they said that I took math. I took they call it business math, which was math for people that don't want to add anything up or subtract anything, or do anything, but kind of go that's a 3 and that's a 4 and it'll always be 7, and so what do you need me for? So anyway, so I get these tax things, and it would say, like, do you want to withhold? Do you want to pay it now? You want to pay it later? And I'm like, next, moving on. So it was like 2 years down the line, I get this bill for like $60,000, and I can't buy a gummy bear. I mean, I'm like so broke, and yeah, I was actually talking to my kids about this a little while ago, and I'd never talked about it before, and I mentioned it to them, and they were astounded. Like I dumpster dove. I would know when the Market Basket grocery store at Barrington and Worcester would put the old stock out in the trash. And I get there before the rats would show up, before the cockroaches would show up. We get there, literally see the guy put the thing, walk away, and we'd skeeter out from behind the parked cars and grab cookies, the 3-day-old cookies, and split. And that was my life. And then 3 years later, I had a Ferrari.
Wow.
Wow.
3 years later, a Ferrari. It's so wild.
You had
Dumpster
a
diving
lot
to
of cars. You were not shy about spending that first batch of riches that came your way.
I was just straight. Didn't show up when I got to me.